Welcome to Wisdom Trek with Gramps. I'm Guthrie Chamberlain, and we are on day 2937 of our trek. The purpose of Wisdom Trek is to create a legacy of wisdom, to seek out discernment and insights, and to boldly grow where few have chosen to grow before. The title for today's Wisdom Trek is The Priceless Tree of Life in the Cosmic Blueprint, Honoring God, Embracing Discipline, and Finding True Riches. On our previous podcast, on day 2935, we stepped into the opening movements of Proverbs chapter 3, uncovering that famous master compass for the human heart. Trusting in Yahweh with all our heart, refusing to lean on our own limited human understanding, and allowing Him to smooth out every crooked path before us. We saw how writing covenant loyalty and truth deep upon our hearts brings physical healing to our bodies and marrow-deep strength to our bones. Today, as we step onto day 2937 of our ongoing trek, we advance directly into Proverbs chapter 3, verses 9 through 20. In these 12 rich verses, Solomon takes the general principle of total trust in God and applies it directly to four vital arenas of our daily walk: our finances, our trials, our value system, and our understanding of the cosmos itself. Having spent over 50 years focusing on and studying biblical wisdom, and having accumulated 70 years of life experiences, watching wealth come and go, seeing how discipline forms character, and witnessing the eternal value of a life rooted in God, I am eager to share these timeless truths with you today. Let us open our minds to the first practical manifestation of trust, as recorded in the New Living Translation, grouping together the deeply connected thoughts in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 9 and verse 10. Honor the Lord with your wealth and with the best part of everything you produce. Then your barns will be filled with grain, and your vats will overflow with good wine. In these two powerful verses, Solomon addresses an area that touches every single human being on life's trail: our material resources. He commands us to honor the Lord with your wealth and with the best part of everything you produce. In the original Hebrew, the best part refers to the reshith, the first fruits. In ancient Israelite worship, offering the first fruits of the harvest was a profound act of faith. Before a farmer knew if the rest of the crop would survive the weather, locusts, or raiders, he brought the very first, finest portion to Yahweh's sanctuary as a holy offering of gratitude. To fully grasp the spiritual significance of this command, we must view it through the ancient Israelite divine council worldview. In the ancient Near East, neighboring pagan cultures believed their localized territorial idols owned the land, demanding transactional sacrifices to grant agricultural fertility. But Israel knew a far greater cosmic truth. Yahweh, the supreme sovereign of the celestial host, is the sole owner of the earth and everything in it. When we bring Him our first fruits, we are not paying a divine tax. We are acknowledging His ultimate lordship over all creation. Look at the glorious result in verse 10. Then your barns will be filled with grain, and your vats will overflow with good wine. Over my 70 years of living and my 50 years of studying wisdom, I have seen this financial truth proven without fail. When you hoard your resources out of fear and self-reliance, your soul shrinks. But when you open your hands to honor God first, He opens the windows of heaven, filling your life with true spiritual and material abundance. The narrative now transitions from stewardship of wealth to the stewardship of our struggles, weaving together the contiguous thoughts in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 11 and verse 12. My child, don't reject the Lord's discipline, and don't be upset when He corrects you. For the Lord corrects those He loves, just as a father corrects a child in whom he delights. Solomon issues a vital warning to every trekker on the path of wisdom. My child, don't reject the Lord's discipline, and don't be upset when He corrects you. The Hebrew word for discipline here is musar, a foundational word we first encountered in Proverbs chapter 1, verse 2. Musar encompasses training, moral correction, and character refinement. Human nature naturally recoils from pain, friction, and correction. We prefer smooth, uninterrupted, easy trails. However, Solomon pulls back the curtain to reveal the divine motivation behind every season of trial. For the Lord corrects those He loves, just as a father corrects a child in whom He delights. When hard times come, or when God allows circumstances to expose our vulnerabilities, it is not evidence of His abandonment or cold anger. It is the ultimate proof of his fatherly affection. In the divine court, God treats us not as forgotten strangers, but as his cherished children, refining us so that we can bear his royal image with dignity. In my 7 decades of life, I can tell you honestly that I have learned far more about wisdom, patience, and humility in the furnace of divine correction than I ever did on the sunny mountain peaks of easy success. Having shown us how to handle wealth and trial, Solomon launches into a radiant, poetic celebration of Lady Wisdom's matchless value, linking together the contiguous thoughts in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Joyful is a person who finds wisdom, the one who gains understanding. For wisdom is far more profitable than silver, and her wages are better than gold. Wisdom is more precious than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare with her. She offers you long life in her right hand, and riches and honor in her left. She will guide you down delightful paths. All her ways are satisfying. Wisdom is a tree of life to those who embrace her. Happy are those who hold her tightly. What an exquisite, soaring anthem of joy. Solomon declares that the person who finds wisdom, kokma, and gains understanding is truly joyful. He compares her value to the highest commodities of the ancient and modern worlds, refined silver, fine gold, and radiant rubies. He proclaims with absolute certainty, nothing you desire can compare with her. Look at how Lady Wisdom is pictured in verse 16 and 17. She stands as a regal queen, holding long life in her right hand, and riches and honor in her left. She guides her followers down delightful, satisfying paths. But look at the breathtaking climax in verse 18. Wisdom is a tree of life to those who embrace her. Happy are those who hold her tightly. In biblical theology, the tree of life, Etz Chaim, transcends earthly metaphor. It points us directly back to the sacred cosmic sanctuary of Eden, where humanity once enjoyed unhindered fellowship with Yahweh in the presence of the heavenly council. When sin fractured that world, access to the tree of life was lost. But here, Solomon reveals a stunning secret. When you embrace divine wisdom and hold her tightly, you are granted a foretaste of Eden right now. You gain access to the eternal, life-giving fruit of God's presence on your daily trek. The narrative reaches its ultimate climax as Solomon reveals why wisdom possesses such infinite power and value, connecting the logical thoughts in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 19 and verse 20. By wisdom, the Lord founded the earth. By understanding, he established the heavens. By his knowledge, the deep fountains of the earth burst forth, and the dew settles from the night sky. Solomon pulls back the cosmic veil to reveal that wisdom is not merely a clever human philosophy. Wisdom is the very blueprint through which the entire universe was constructed. He proclaims, "By wisdom, the Lord founded the earth. By understanding, he established the heavens." In the ancient Israelite worldview, creation was an act of sovereign master craftsmanship. When Yahweh laid the foundations of the earth, set the boundaries of the atmosphere, and commanded the celestial bodies, he did so through chokmah. Look at verse 20. By his knowledge, the deep fountains of the earth burst forth, and the dew settles from the night sky. Solomon highlights both the subterranean waters, the deep Tehom, and the gentle moisture falling from the sky. In ancient Near Eastern mythology, the oceans and deep waters were feared as chaotic, uncontrollable monsters. But Solomon declares that even the vast subterranean fountains and the quiet night dew operate under the sovereign, orderly command of Yahweh's wisdom. This gives us the ultimate confidence for our daily walk. When you align your life with biblical wisdom, you are aligning yourself with the structural framework of the entire cosmos. You are walking in harmony with the very design of the universe. As we bring today's expedition through Proverbs chapter 3, verses 9 through 20 to a close, let these eternal truths sink deep into your soul. Honor Yahweh with the very first and best of your life. Welcome his loving, fatherly discipline. Embrace Lady Wisdom as your priceless tree of life, and rest in the knowledge that the same God who founded the cosmos by wisdom is guiding your steps today. If you found this podcast insightful, please subscribe and leave us a review. Then encourage your friends and family to join us and come along tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. As we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, Listen intentionally. Learn continuously. Lend to others generously. Lead with integrity. Leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and create a great day every day. Join me next time for more daily wisdom.